Hey guys, my name is Chef J-Rob. I'm today's Fresh Chef, and let's roll. I'm an executive chef for my own company, the Chef J-Rob Experience. I'm a Southern Cajun style cook from Mobile, Alabama. I feel like a lot of Southern dishes are becoming a forefront in cuisine around the United States now. A lot of people want that Southern comfort food, and that's how I cook. Today, I'm gonna be meal prepping for a couple of my clients, majority of which are gonna be on a weight loss program that I have. A lot of my clients have been seeing significant results. So I just wanna keep the momentum going. Right now, I'm gonna get some avocados, just checking to see the firmness of the avocado. When you feel you wanna typically choose one that's darker than light, that's when you know it's right and ready to cut open. It'll be perfect for the meal prep. The protein of choice for my clients today will be salmon and chicken. So right now I'm just choosing a nice fillet of salmon. I wanna make sure that it's nice pink, has a nice firm bounce back to it. So I graduated from Auburn University with a major in biomedical sciences. I got my bachelor's in science. And I took a gap year. In that gap year, initially I had plans to become a surgical physician assistant, and that still is a possibility, but right now I'm focusing on a food and nutrition aspect of what I feel is my God-given talent. And I kind of discovered that at Mercer University, where I just graduated, getting my master's in public health. And ladies, look, all this wheat, see, wheat, this is what you want. It's summertime, it's approaching, you're trying to get that waistline slim, you wanna get that, summer body, you're trying to look right in that bikini. Trust my word. Cut out any white bread that you have. Definitely consume more wheat or whole multi-grain bread. You'll definitely thank me later. And remember, Chef J-Rob got you right. So for my first day of college, I got dropped off in the dorms, and my parents helped me unpack, and they left me with a gift. And the gift was a hot plate. And my mom's exact words was, if you wanna make this money spread that we finna give you for food, you better learn how to cook, son, because we're not finna keep paying, to eat out all the time. All right, guys, so we just wrapped up here at the supermarket. As you can see, we got a nice colorful selection of beautiful fresh produce, picking up some flowers for my beautiful girl, and I'm finna meet y'all in the kitchen, so let's roll. Primarily right now, I do have multiple NFL players that are utilizing my meal prep service. But even the everyday working 9 to 5, hard working person, they don't have time all the time to actually go home and eat and cook a dinner and really maintain that health factor that they're trying to, achieve. All right, so we just finished deep frying the chicken. It's smelling amazing already. I'm finna go ahead and finish it off in the oven right now. This is for my signature Chef J-Rob's chicken and waffles. Finna make a house syrup with a nice banana and maple and brown sugar, and just gonna go perfectly on the brown sugar waffle. So right now I'm finna pop these bad boys in the oven. It's smelling great already, so let's just see how it tastes when we finish. Growing up on the Gulf, it was always heavy seasoning, lots of Creole seasonings that I always saw them use, and garlic powder, onion powder, and the trinity, if you will, the bell peppers and the onions and whatnot. So a lot of that translates into the food that I cook now today. Go ahead and get that plate ready. Going to run the second batch, top, bottom, quick little stir, and toss that bad boy in. Now, the reason I'm doing this is for a brunch booking that I have coming up. It's for a bridal shower. Shout out to the bride. Her and her bridesmaids are gonna have a nice little brunch, so I'm gonna cook my signature chicken and waffles. Gonna throw a little Cajun shrimp and grits with it, some potato O'Brien's, bacon. This is my main signature dish that I'm really focusing on. I wanna make sure it's perfect for her. On our waffles. Because I'm gonna keep changing these lives one taste bud at a time. And there you have it, folks. Chef J-Rob's signature chicken and waffles. Thanks for joining me in the kitchen, and maybe next time, you'll be cooking for me. I'm out of here. Welcome guys to the Chef J-Rob Experience, the Bachelorette Edition. I had the pleasure to serve the beautiful bride as well as her bridesmaids for this bachelorette party. We had chicken and waffles, shrimp and grits, nice southwestern hash brown dish, as well as some fresh cinnamon rolls, turkey bacon, some vegan-friendly option, which is like a bruschetta with a nice mushroom, and a fruit parfait for their taste buds, And of course, it's not Chef J-Rob Experience if we don't have the bottomless mimosas. So, I love that these ladies are dressed in the gowns that they are. The attire is great, the atmosphere is wonderful, and I just hope they enjoy everything.
Toast to Danielle on your engagement, your upcoming wedding, and thank you to Chef J-Rob for this bomb-ass food we're about to eat.
Yes.
Amen. That was a blessing all at once.
The vegan options are incredible. And this is amazing. The taste, the flavor, the avocado, how it mixes in with the potatoes and the peppers, it's remarkable.
I've never really been a fan of shrimp and grits, but this is the bomb. Like, I can eat this all day, every day.
And you can hear how quiet it is in the background, that's a good sign. I'm pretty sure they enjoy it. My goal is to change lives one taste bud at a time, so all 9 of their lives will be changed by the end of the day.
Everything turned out really well. I was so happy that Chef J-Rob was able to cater to all of my friends' needs. We have vegan options, we have vegetarians, we have non-dairy people, and it was amazing.
Thanks, Chef J-Rob!
It's Chef J-Rob, your girl's favorite chef, checking in after the bachelorette party. Thanks for joining me, and remember to eat well and enjoy every bite. Y'all enjoying the food?
Yes!
Hey, I'm Brianna Riddock, and I'm here at Atlanta Harvest, a farm right outside Atlanta, to get some groceries for my upcoming dinner party. I'm so excited to be here. We're getting some fresh fruits and vegetables straight from the farm right to my dinner table. I am a chef here in Atlanta, and I host private dinner parties. That's right, I am a Georgia peach. Hey Nick, how are you?
I'm great, how about yourself?
I'm good. I have my dinner party coming up,
Right.
I knew that you guys had some fresh ingredients straight from the farm.
Definitely.
About to be right at my dinner table, so I'm just gonna peruse around. I'm doing a sweet potato grits, stone ground grits.
Wow.
So we're gonna roast sweet potatoes, smash them into our grits. So I'm gonna put this in my little shopping bag
Well,
here.
definitely, those are definitely ready to go.
These are perfect. So my mother raised me, and she's Jamaican, and I think having that influence has greatly impacted my cooking style. I went to Jamaica almost every summer as a child, so I was exposed to that cuisine, and just like the Caribbean flair and the Caribbean flavor. So as far as like coconuts, rice and peas, curry chicken, curry goat, that's like the basis of my cooking. I'm gonna grab some, and these are nice and ripe. I'm gonna grab a few of these fresh Georgia peaches. And this is a Black-owned farm here in Atlanta?
Yes, so we are a Black-owned family farm. We are a naturally grown farm, which means that we use 0 pesticides.
Okay.
We're non-GMO. Everything is literally from our organic garden to the table.
I think my cooking style is simple. It has a Caribbean flair, it has a Southern flair, but I try not to make my recipes too complicated. A lot of my recipes are very fresh. I don't fry too many things. A lot of things are sauteed. A lot of things are baked in the oven. And I try to keep it simple. I try to keep it clean, but I like bold flavors. Nick, I need, I'm doing a salad.
Definitely.
Do you have any greens for me?
Actually, I do.
I'm pretty open
grab
to whatever
the
you
freshest
got.
of our pig.
Oh, y'all just cut those. What are these? I need that.
So,
Now that I got all of my fresh produce straight for the farm, we're gonna head back to the kitchen to start cooking. See you there. The type of people that come to my party have been young millennials, a lot of people that are working professionals within the city are looking for something to do outside of like going to the club or going to a bar. So with my dinner parties, that allows them to kind of network and be able to meet new people, eat different types of food that I create that they've never probably would have considered before. Tonight's menu is actually one of the largest menus I've done so far. We have 4 different protein options. So we're gonna start off with biscuits, serving it with rosé jelly. So literally I turned a whole bottle of rosé into jelly. Again, my jerk steak, I added it to the menu. It's probably one of the most popular things because it just amplifies something that a lot of people are used to. So you get that heat from the jerk, but I mixed it with butter, so you get that little buttery, so it's like a jerk butter. We're also serving stone ground sweet potato grits. So we're just gonna roast sweet potatoes. Stone ground grits take a little bit longer to cook than your regular quick cooking grits. So we make sure they'll cook, we'll boil it with some water, and we'll let all that moisture soak up, because that's really the key to grits. Everybody's looking for something different and something new and something fresh. And especially in Atlanta, Atlanta is a brunch city. People love to go to brunch. People like to go out to eat. So I'm offering going out to eat in a different way. This is a peach bread pudding. A very classic kind of Southern dish, but we just added some new elements to it. So first I added fresh peaches into the batter. I use brioche bread, so it's a nice, rich, thick bread. Now I have it in a pot with oil and a little bit of butter just to sear the ends to make it like a little bit more crispy. And I'm topping it with a spice sugar with lavender, fresh orange zest, and then just topping it with whipped cream. What I think is important and what I have been seeking is understanding food in the aspect of the African American contribution and the African contribution to food. And I think that there's a lot of credit that needs to be due to the enslaved Africans that came to America and essentially created Southern cuisine. I've recognized that a lot of the dishes that are Caribbean and dishes that are Southern are also of West African descent. So I've been wanting to dive more deep into understanding that connection that we all, as people of African descent, have through food. Today's event went way better than I expected. Everybody showed up, and we even had more people than I expected. People didn't buy tickets until literally the day before. I didn't know if I had expanded my friend group of people that were willing to spend the money and come eat food with me and talk about their personal lives. But it turned out great. Every time I looked up, people were talking. I didn't ever hear like a dull silence. It looked like all the plates was cleared. Like I didn't hear anybody complain. It was good. I had a lot of hiccups. I pushed through it. I tried to keep a positive attitude. And I don't know, I feel very blessed. I feel very fortunate that I had this opportunity. I'm glad I have credit cards so I can charge up all the stuff that I needed to get last minute. See, I feel really good. People were here past midnight, and that's never happened. I'm glad it worked out.
Hi, this is Chef Roz. I'm here at Nam De Moon Farmers Market, shopping for an event that I have later on today. Y'all come on with me. I'm Chef Razia Sabor. I am a caterer and food stylist here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm from Washington, D.C. I believe that I'm contributing to the narrative of Southern food or Southern culture by being prideful about cooking the food that is rooted in me. I like to use this shrimp mainly because it's fresh and it's right in Savannah. They bring it here daily. It's never frozen. I'm kind of big on fresh food, especially when it comes to seafood. So as a transition from my previous career, I was a social worker and I worked, I believe, around the clock. And I had just had my second daughter. and I just wasn't able to spend as much time with either of them as I wanted to. I wanted to parent my children. There were times, most days, I would drop my daughter off at 7 in the morning, and sometimes I wouldn't pick her back up until 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And they come in bags like this. So I would typically buy this if I didn't have to feed 200 people, but what they're gonna do is box it up. So they'll just box up a whole bunch of these. I believe that my catering style or my roots are rooted more so in my family, in that I am from a large family. There are 12 of us from both parents. My mother gave birth to all of us at home, except for the last one, but I grew up with a peach tree in my front yard, a grapevine on my back porch. We had fresh herbs, fresh greens, much like I have in my front yard. And we were going to the springs to get our fresh water before there was bottled waters. The last thing I'm gonna do is grab a 20-pound bag of jasmine rice. I typically use jasmine rice or basmati rice, only because they're very fragrant on their own, and then they both take on seasonings very well. So I have everything I need. I ordered the chicken, I ordered the shrimp, and we have the rest of our ingredients, and now you can just join me in the kitchen and watch me cook it all. Hi everyone, I'm Chef Roz. Thank you for joining me again in the kitchen. And I am the owner of Fuller Food, a catering company here in Atlanta, Georgia. I got a call from Tyler Perry Studios. My husband is a musician, so he told somebody. And it just so happened that the caterer fell through and they needed a caterer for the very next day. So I went and got all the supplies that were needed. He sent me a picture of catering, what catering looked like. Even though I denied it, I said I could not do that, it's not possible. He said, yes, you can. I made like a soul food meal, basically. And before they finished their meal, they asked me to be there for 5 weeks. And so I did lunch and dinner for 5 weeks, and then I did 12 weeks, and then I did 6 weeks, and then they traded me over to WeTV. So I ended up being a caterer kind of by accident or by being prepared. I'm going to be preparing a meal for 200 people. I'm going to prep some shrimp and grits, and I'm going to roast some wings. And hopefully you guys can pick up some tips from it. We're going to get started. So grits are very important in the South, extremely important. If you want to be a chef, that's something you have to learn how to do. There's no jokes about it. I don't even believe it should be called Southern food. Soul food is worldwide, and it is rooted in African culture. And we nicknamed it soul food, not Southern food. So I don't want to be controversial, but it's soul food, it's not Southern food. And I think chefs want to be creative or want to push the culture forward, so they end up abandoning that root. And then people take it and call it something else, Southern food, and I refuse to do that. So I have peeled and deveined it all. I'm gonna turn on the same pan again, the pan that I cooked the sausage in, and we're gonna use the same grease from the sausage. This is like a 2-pot meal, I guess, because I have the grits going right here, and then I'm gonna try to do everything to build the dish in this pan right here. Whether I'm cooking for clients or my family and friends or just hosting something, people ask me to make what they see, on social media. That's Instagram, Facebook. They'll ask me for the shrimp and grits they see. I mean, it's soul food, basically, and I'm happy to do it because I'm a caterer. My father was a chef in the military, and my mom is a great baker. And cooking was a chore. It wasn't like a fun thing, kind of like what I do with my girls today. It's fun in the kitchen. It was a priority. It was very important. And so I believe that's what trained me to do what I'm doing now. I never would have imagined being a chef, and I didn't know that I was being trained as a child, to become this, but I am. So thanks you all for joining me as I cooked basically like a demo to show you all my preparation for my next event. This is shrimp and grits with sausage, and this is oven roasted wings. I hope you all enjoyed the journey, and I'll hopefully see you at my next event. Today we're at the Sweetwater Brewing Company. I'm going to serve about 200 people for the Dante Robinson Foundation. They're doing a cornhole tournament here today to raise money for their foundation. So this is where we're gonna work for today. Really? We're gonna unload everything. Guess we'll get everything else from the car in a second. Let's just meet up real quick. Looks like it might be a little bit more than 200, but it's for a good cause, Dante Robinson Foundation. So we're gonna unload as quickly as we can and then get it all set up. It's already cooked. We just need to set it up, make it look pretty, feed everybody with smiles, and that's it. All right, so let's get everything else out of the car. Okay, thanks. What's most interesting here about the culinary industry is that Hollywood, this is Hollywood. TV and film, there's so many studios being built. Tyler Perry Studios has two studio lots, and so many shows are taping here, so many different movies. So you just have an opportunity for growth in your own business if you're a caterer, as well as being a private chef. So this evening, I'm going to serve oven roasted chicken wings, shrimp and grits, some veggie spring rolls just for those who cannot eat meat. I made some quesadillas. It's all just gonna be like finger food, things that people can kind of pick up and eat, except for the shrimp and grits because she had to have that. She just saw it on my page. And she is one of the founders of the foundation. And she has been following me for years on Instagram, and she sent me an email just saying I was waiting for an event, you know, where I could use your services. So this was the event. Instagram started at the same time that I started, and I was really just posting pictures of the food that I was making at home. But I was working for Tyler Perry Studios. It created like a catalog. So now I have about 1,500 Fuller Food photos, but they started way back when I started. So in recent years, as Chef Razia Sabor, I've wanted to push my own self more in front of the camera. This is a book, a cookbook. It's called Cooking with Miss Quad. Live, laugh, love, and eat. And I did the food styling for this book. So the very cover that you see, this is all me. And then all the food inside of the book, all the food photos and everything inside of the book. I worked with the photographer and I food styled for this book. The guests that are currently eating my food are NFL players, I believe. Just because the whole presentation, as I was kind of cleaning up, I could hear them giving accolades to different people. So I think it went well. It went as planned. I had about 2.5 hours to get ready. So it went well because I had a lot of time. Sometimes I only have 45 minutes, sometimes I have an hour. But I had 2.5 hours and the sun was shining, but she was just excited to see me. It's kind of different when a client is like anticipating you. And they were excited. Everybody's happy, everybody's well fed, and it makes me feel good to see people enjoying the food. I'm Chef Razia Sabor. Until we meet again, eat well and enjoy every bite.